We're back with Raleigh Thacker from Thacker Memorial. And Raleigh, you and I have talked about a lot of different subjects about pre-planning of funerals, about cemetery services and mausoleum services. There are a lot of myths surrounding death. A lot of people are superstitious.
Right, I know. I didn't realize how many there actually were.
Yeah, we've been going through kind of a list. One of the things that people believe are that your nails and hair keep growing after you die.
I do know that one's a myth.
Yeah, I don't know how that came about.
I'm not exactly sure either.
But yeah, probably not true.
Yeah.
If you're an organ donor, and I am, people are afraid that doctors won't try to save you.
Yeah, no, doctors going to do all they can to save your life. I'm an organ donor too.
I'm an organ donor, and I don't worry about that because, I know they want to keep me alive as long as possible because your organs would deteriorate, you know, so
what I think is
don't be afraid of being an organ donor.
Awesome about being an organ donor is that your family will actually get a letter saying where all your organs went to and how they helped the individual.
Yeah, and sometimes they even get to meet.
Right.
I think that's very cool. It's a very worthy thing to do.
You get to live on.
Now, this is a big one. Some people believe you should keep children away from the dying person.
I don't think that's a good thing to even do. I think it's just a misconception.
Well, I think it's a part of the circle of life, and it gives the child more of an understanding to get to spend that time with the person, have those memories, and understand it more than just being told, well, this is what happened.
Yeah, or they just went to sleep. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, you tell a kid that, well, they just went to sleep, then that child's probably going to have trouble sleeping.
Right, and death is something that everybody needs to understand.
Another one that we've talked about is that some people think you shouldn't cry, that you shouldn't show your emotions in front of someone who's terminally ill.
Right. Well, the family member is going to know that you're sad because you're losing them. So why would you want to hide that?
I can't imagine.
I can't either.
I think some of those are old beliefs, maybe, that before we knew better, you know?
Yeah, we hold to those old traditional beliefs.
So I think it's important to educate yourself and to know that, think about if it was you. Would you want your loved ones seeming like they didn't care, or would you want them to show that they did?
Like pretend it's not happening.
Right. Another myth, and I think this is a big one, that some people think that sudden death causes survivors greater grief than expected death.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I actually think it would be opposite, but I don't know. I guess I experienced sudden death, but I think you just sit there and watch your loved one pass. I think that would be very traumatic.
I think it would be traumatic too. I mean, it's going to be hard. It's hard no matter what. But I think a lot of people, again, are developing an attitude that they're going to a better place, that their suffering is over if it's someone who had an expected illness.
Right.
But those are interesting myths to talk about.
Right. We should debunk them more often.
I think so too. And you're the girl to call.
Right.
Thank you so much, Raleigh, for being with us.
Thank you.